Why I left corporate America. So there I was doing what I was supposed to do. First of all, this is going to be a story. So you might want to get comfortable because I want to tell you exactly what happened. It's actually two stories, and I might possibly tell a third about what happened and why I decided to leave finally. So my first experience was working a job. I was at an investment firm, right? And the way that I got the job was that it was a schoolmate of mine who owned the investment firm. And so I begged them to give me a chance to speak to his father. Hey, could you help me get this job? And I got the interview, got in, cool. I'm working, doing a great job. We started this project we're working on, doing good. It was about maybe 6 weeks, right? And then there was one Friday, the owner of the company, I think he came in a little bit drunk, but everybody was sitting in like a boardroom, just open floor seating. You was all sitting in a circle. And then he looked at me and he said to everybody, this guy, he begged me for a job here. And I was a teenager. First time I've ever been embarrassed by someone so powerful. This is the owner of an investment firm, not a manager, this is the owner. And he said to everybody, he begged me for a job, begged me for this internship to be here. And I remember thinking, wow, I will never, ever put myself in a situation where I feel like someone has the audacity to put me down in front of a group of people to say that they're the ones that I owe all of their success to. That was incredibly humiliating. And so I decided at that point that I would never, ever, ever put myself in a situation like that again. That was the first time. But of course, right, you don't come right out of the gate. That's not where everything starts, right? That's not the end, because you can't just leave and then you start a business and you become successful. It doesn't quite work that way. So I had to have another job, and that was actually when I was very young. So then fast forward, this is my second encounter in corporate. So at this point, I'm a teacher. Okay? Now, if you know me, backtrack a little. I've been a teacher since I was maybe 14 years old, because I was a cellist. The cello, I play the cello. It's like the big violin. If you don't know, it's fun. It is probably, if you probably Google my name, Kadeem Leslie Cello, there's probably a couple of videos actually if you want to see me play. Fun fact. But I was contracted to teach at the university. And because I'd been such a good teacher, I love teaching. I'm an excellent teacher. I don't really need that much training compared to other people who've never taught before. So I came in ready, had all of these ideas. My students love me. I got amazing results, etc., etc., etc. And then one day the performance review came around. Okay, cool. Now, I don't like the idea of a performance review. You probably know why by this point, because it really gives me flashbacks, PTSD, if you will, to what happened at the investment firm. I don't like it. But I understand this is not the same environment, so I'm going through it. Performance review, no problem. It comes, goes. The person in charge of the performance review says to me that they want to put someone in to my classroom so that they can watch me teaching to make sure I'm doing everything okay. Now remember, they know I have experience teaching. They know this. They know that I'm good at what I do. In fact, he has seen me teach live. And he said to me after the class ended, you have such a good command of the class. It's no problem. Hey, I'm not saying everybody's name. Okay, cool. So you won't be able to track who this person is. Fine. But they say, you're such a good teacher. You have such a good command of the class. You have such energy. You're a different person when you're up there teaching. And I know because I really love teaching. It's one of my passions. In fact, that's maybe why I started a YouTube channel. So I could, quote unquote, teach people from around the world. It's why I'm an author, right? It's why I make content on Instagram, because I love to teach. So then he says he's going to put someone in the back of the class to watch me teach a couple of weeks. I said, that would really make me uncomfortable and it would throw off what I'm doing with my energy, because to have two adults in the room is different, right? It's not that much different, but to have someone else in the room while I'm trying to connect with my class and get personal, and I'm sharing personal stories and they want to share personal stories with me, I don't think that would be good for the students, right? Remember, this is not a test. This is the actual classroom in college, and I don't want to mess up my relationship with my students because I take it so seriously. We have one-on-one conversations, all of them. I take walks with my students, right? After class, I'll say, hey, stay back, let's go for a walk. I'll go to lunch and we'll talk about academics, we'll talk about finances, we'll talk about family, because that's the type of relationship that I have. I'm more of a mentor than a teacher. Really, I want to create impact, right? So I say that, and they said, no, we're still going to try to put someone, even if it's 1 week. I said, okay, cool. That's the first strike. Second strike comes back a couple weeks later. I wanted to make a point to my students because we were going to talk about professionalism that week. So I went to him and I said, hey, I am going to dress in a hoodie and jeans because normally I'm in a suit. I wear a suit every day. I look amazing. I love dressing in suits because it makes me look good. It makes me feel confident. I said I'm going to dress in a hoodie and jeans and sneakers. So I come to class that week. I had 4 classes, came to classes all week dressed in a hoodie, jeans, and shoes. When I wasn't teaching, I came in a suit, obviously, but when I had class, I came in that. Couple weeks after that, my friends, there was a memoir in a meeting that we are going to update the dress code. They are going to start dictating what shoes we can wear, what shirts we can wear, the length of the pants or skirts for the ladies. We can't wear hats. This was insane as a reaction to me trying. And obviously, it wasn't, I guess, just me. But the fact that they were now policing what we could wear, again, going back to someone having control from the investment firm into how people saw me and having control over my life, that did not sit right with me. And that was actually the last memory I have of leaving corporate, because I was like, if they are going to dictate now what I can wear, next thing is going to be how I can talk. Next thing, they're going to try to dictate even my weekends, and I'm not going to stand for that. So I value my freedom. I value my freedom over so many other things. And so it was at that point that I decided, you know what? I have to find a way faster to get out of there, because it's not going to work. And you listening to this probably have similar ideas. Nothing is ever good enough. They're going to get more restrictive. They're not going to pay you more, but ask for more. And the list goes on and on. And so after putting up with all of this for so long, I decided that I would rather figure out a way and earn less money, potentially. And no, thankfully that didn't happen because of you amazing people and because of these businesses that we have, etc. But I would, if I had the choice to earn less and control my destiny, then I would rather that than be in a corporate world where someone had control over every minute of my day. Thankfully, it didn't work out that way. Thankfully, that was a good bet. But if you're feeling that way, I just want to end this on a note of motivation. If you're feeling that way, you're not alone. What I've seen is that wages are not increasing, but lifestyle inflation is going up. Things are costing more. You're working longer days. People are retiring later in life. You want more control. I'm telling you, the time is now. That's why I got into real estate. I will tell you, shameless plug, if you want to get into real estate, send me an email, send me a message on Instagram. We have a Facebook group where we actually show people how to leave their jobs, how to leave their 9-to-5s by getting into real estate. And it doesn't require as much money as you think. Believe me. I have a Facebook group, send me a message, join. Don't believe me? Just get into the Facebook group, get the free training, get the free guides, and make up your mind from there. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. And right here, there's a playlist of more videos that you can keep watching. I'll see you next week. All right, guys. Peace.